Oh my God. So, hey everybody, thanks for giving me exactly 400 seconds of your time to talk about what I do here at UTK. My research currently interrogates the way that emerging technologies across our built and emerging technologies in the natural world intersect, augment, undermine, and override each other. I examine the techno-utopian logics that expand these technologies across our built and natural environments. These logics include improvements in speed, so making or doing something as quickly as possible, scale, making something as small or as large as possible, and cost, doing something as efficiently or resourcefully as possible. So what is a digital twin? It is a virtual representation of a physical object, person, or process. One such technology I am investigating. Y'all, I had one drink. Okay. Today, major industries are already using digital twins to optimize their enterprises. An example would be SpaceX, where they're using a simulation of their Dragon spacecraft to monitor and adjust trajectories, loads, and propulsion systems. This allows users to maximize safety and reliability during transport to the International Space Station, for example. So digital twins are certainly useful when they're connected to real-time data like GPS. So for example, the little arrow on your Google Maps, it's effectively a low-resolution proxy of you driving your car. However, the real economic incentive propelling digital twin development lies in its potential to predict future scenarios. Ooh, all right. Although today, the term digital twin is surrounded by buzz, the architecture and engineering industries have pioneered this technology for decades. These industries often employ high-fidelity 3D modeling programs, parametric tools, and software that link models to real-world data for performance evaluation for building optimization. But for natural landscapes or environments, however, the digital twin is less developed since landscapes are messy. They're difficult to replicate at a high fidelity. They're resistant to optimization. So I'm intrigued by this resistance, and I created a class for my graduate students in landscape architecture to explore some of those challenges. So three questions motivated this class, the drink. Can design students leverage their existing technical skills to create digital twins? Can these twins serve other purposes besides optimization? And lastly, what value can these twins yield as speculative design tools? So with these inquiries in mind, they're my hardworking students. We piloted this class last semester. The class challenged them to construct a digital twin of a local site just up the street and to craft speculative or counterfactual stories that inspire reinterpretations of that site. So over 14 weeks, we engaged in site documentation, site modeling, diorama assembly, archival and ethnographic research, narrative construction, and finally site redesign and simulation. Some exciting projects resulted from the process, and I'm going to share a couple of those projects with you tonight. So this is where we studied. It's a site here in Knoxville's North Central neighborhood. It's a 6-acre site, just 10 minutes from campus. If you go to Remedy or Payson, you kind of know where it is. It's at the corner there, literally right down the street. So while on site, students documented the buildings and their surrounding environs. They were challenged to capture details that represented the essence of the site. Additionally, students took strategic measurements that would help them verify the scale of their digital twin models that they would make. And mind you, these students are used to making like models in 3D software, okay? So in class, students collectively developed a one-to-one digital twin of the site using Rhino, which is a 3D modeling application that we teach earlier in the program for them. Students modeled roads, buildings, topography, a bunch of other features. Afterwards, they each took a copy of the digital model file for their own use. Next, students collectively constructed a diorama. You might have seen it at the KMA over the summer, of this site using the 1:87 scale that's common to model train engineering. Elements representing the essence of the site were miniaturized and replicated with painstaking care. They were then directed to use this diorama as a stage for storytelling. So concurrently, students conducted archival and ethnographic research to establish the factual basis of their site narratives. They visited the city archives here for historical images and data, And then they interviewed visitors to the site, collecting those folks' memories, impressions, or other tacit knowledge participants were willing to share. They combined these facts with fictional elements of their choosing, and students worked individually then to imagine narratives for the site that influenced its redesign or reinterpretation. After storyboarding, students turned these narratives, some told from a human or non-human perspective, into a short film that incorporated the diorama. Lastly, students attended tutorials on Unity, which is a real-time rendering engine popularized by the video game industry. Students imported their redesigned digital twin models into Unity to create interactive simulations accessible through virtual reality headsets that reinterpreted the site through the lens of their backstory narratives. So here is Courtney's project, which reveals the memories of a taxidermized deer from being mounted on the walls of Revisions, which is an antique store on the site, to roaming in the pre-existing wilderness of the site. And during her research, Courtney interviewed the store owner who recalled saving the deer en route to a landfill. That conversation inspired her project. And here's Dustin's project, which takes a counterfactual approach to Knoxville's historic electric trolley system, which was replaced by gas-powered buses in 1947. Dustin stepped back in time to reimagine the now abandoned sanitary laundry building as a transportation hub and Central Park for a thriving network of trolley lines here. These projects reveal the untapped potentials of digital twin technology, demonstrating how designers might leverage their skills to create twins that do much more than optimize. So I look forward to future experiments with unconventional applications of twinning as portents, proving grounds, and platforms for effective storytelling. Thank you.